Hi, you guys. This is Nicole from Spiritual Thoughts. Today I'm here to do a quick flow for strength and flexibility. We'll start in mountain pose and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift with your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, hips low to the earth, chest is open towards the sky. And then exhale, sweep your arms behind you. Option to come up onto your tiptoes for even more of a balance challenge. And then I invite you to bring a bind by clasping your hands. And then your next exhale, you surrender back to forward fold, keeping that bind as a nice shoulder stretch. Gently release your bind and then walk your hands forward until you're in a downward facing dog. Your body should be an upside down V. And if this is your first dog of the day, feel free to pedal out your feet by bending through one knee at a time. And then on an inhale, sweep your right leg to the sky. And exhale, plant that foot in between your palms. Slice your back heel onto the earth. Inhale, warrior two. Front knee is stacked directly over your ankle. Press through the knife edge of your back foot. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, extended side angle. We're going to go a little different with this pose by taking a bind underneath of our front leg. This is only an option if you're not at this level yet. Simply stay with arms at 6 and 12. Inhale to reverse warrior, feeling a juicy side stretch. And exhale, plant your palms. Send your right foot back to the sky. And then we'll switch it out to the next side. Inhale, left leg sweeps to the sky. Exhale as you plant your foot in between your palms. Again, slice your back heel down. Inhale, warrior two. Get that alignment in your front knee directly over your ankle. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Option for the bind again on this side. Deep inhale, reverse warrior. Recommit to the bend in your front knee. Feel that juicy side stretch once again. Wobbling is always okay. Exhale, come back to your downward facing dog. Send your foot to the sky. And then we'll take some baby steps so that we're in a forward fold. Bend your knees and come into a squat. Feeling your body compress into one tight little ball. And then inhale, forward fold. And all the way up to mountain pose. Sorry, my camera got cut off a little bit here, but we're exhaling down into forward fold. And then separate your feet a little wider than hips width distance apart. So we're in a wide-legged forward fold now. Option to bend through one knee at a time. Get a feel for how your body is. Stretch out your hamstrings, your calves. Feel your spine lengthen down towards the earth. Inhale, halfway lift with your spine. And exhale, slowly melt even deeper in the pose. We'll do this a few times, staying with your breath. Take an inhale as you come up into halfway lift. Exhale as you slowly melt down into wide-legged forward fold. Next, we'll come into frog pose or malasana. So come into a squat with your toes pointing out, your heels turned in. And then we'll start with a simple bind. Reach behind with your left arm behind your left knee. And then switch to the opposite side. Always option to simply keep your palms pressed together here at your heart center if you would like to skip the bind. Now coming out of that pose into downward facing dog once again. Connect back to your breath. Notice how your body feels in this moment. Hinge forward into high plank pose, just like the top of a push-up. And then we'll be bringing opposite knee to opposite elbow here. Go as many times as you like and make sure you stay breathing nice and deeply. Keep your hips lifted, your shoulders and arms engaged. And then when you feel ready, push back to downward facing dog. Next, we'll be jumping forward into a forward fold. So if you already know how to do this, go ahead. From forward fold, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose once again. Exhale, sweep your arms behind you, come up on your tiptoes if you'd like. And then slowly surrender back to forward fold. Next, find a comfortable seat on the ground. We'll be doing a few seated postures. The first one will be a seated twist. So bring your legs out in front of you. Bring your left foot on the opposite side of your right knee, and then tuck your right foot into your left glute. Kind of complicated, but good thing there's a video. You'll twist towards your right using your left elbow as leverage, and your right hand behind you to keep you steady. Option to gaze over your right shoulder to intensify the twist throughout your spine. And then slowly unravel and switch to the next side. Right foot over your left leg, left foot in towards your right glute, right elbow on the outside of your right knee, and your left hand there to help you stay steady. This pose is great for detoxing, rinsing out your system. Keep your breath nice and deep as you begin to unravel back to your normal state. Both of your legs out in front of you. And then we'll move on to butterfly pose, or Supta Baddha Konasana. The soles of your feet to touch, knees out wide, and really don't overdo this. Try and keep your spine as straight as possible without rounding too much. Take any organic movement that comes to you, whether that's going in circles, maybe you crave stillness. Whatever that is, honor your body and give it what it wants. Begin to bring your feet flat on the ground in front of you. We'll be moving on to boat pose. Navasana. Layer 1 of boat poses with your feet on the ground. Spine is nice and straight. Layer 2 is to lift your feet off of the ground. Make sure you're in a comfortable place. Finding the balance. Layer 3 is to lift your hands away. And always find that happy medium where you're working hard but not straining your body. Coming back into butterfly pose here. Doing a few more circles to help the spine lengthen, warm up. One more set of boat pose. Come into whichever layer suits you the best. Next, we'll be moving on to some standing postures. So get up and stand. Sweep your arms to the sky and then bring them to heart center. Tree pose on the right. Bring your right foot to your ankle, your shin, or your upper thigh. Just avoid your knee joint. Visualize that there's a string tied to your knee and it's pulling it out even more, opening through your hip. Take one more deep breath here. And then slowly release. Shake out your limbs, do whatever comes natural. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, tree pose on the left side this time. Option to grow your branches however you see fit. Sorry that my hands are cut off. Again, really focus on opening through your hip as you take one more deep breath. And on an exhale, slowly begin to descend all the way back down to the ground. Do some crazy shakes. Next, we'll be doing dancer's pose on the right. So capture your right foot on the inside arch. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale, begin to kick into your back palm. Slowly hinge forward. Moving on to the next side. Capture your left foot on the inside arch. Wobbles are always okay. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale as you slowly begin to kick into your palm. Hinge forward. Shake it out to let the fresh blood flow back into your limbs. One last mountain pose. And exhale, hands to heart center. Take this moment to send yourself some gratitude. Send yourself some love. Moving on to headstand. This is a quite advanced pose. So I recommend starting slowly. Bring your forearms on the ground in a V shape. Place your head on the ground in between them. Come up onto your toes so that you're in a downward facing dog-like position, and then start to walk your feet even closer in towards your torso. Begin to lift up one toe. Find your balance. Kick up with the other. And then find your center of balance. I'll show you on the other side. It's always good to do both sides. Pick up that foot and then kick off with your other. It's always good to do these exercises. Builds a lot of core strength. And then finally, once you find your center of balance, you can begin to extend your legs to the sky, making sure to tuck your tummy in towards your spine, engage your shoulder girdle. And if you feel like you're losing balance, a good way to find your balance once again is to do one leg back, one leg forward, or stag legs like I'm doing right there. And then slowly lower to the earth. The next quite advanced pose will be camel pose, which is an extreme heart opener. Bring your hands to the small of your back and then take an inhale as you gaze towards the sky. Exhale, slowly begin to bend backwards and visualize that there is a string tied to your heart that is pulling your heart more and more up towards the sky. Push your hips forward. And then if you feel comfortable, begin to grab for your heels, but only if there's no strain in your back whatsoever. I like to end camel pose with sitting on my heels and taking a moment to take a few deep breaths. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Sending you all of my love. I'll see you in the next video.